Hey you guys, it's Amanda with Healthy House on the Block, and I'm here with our weekly video and tip on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness. This week we're going to talk about how to identify toxic materials inside your home and when you're out shopping. This is a really important way to make sure that you're not bringing toxins into your home, and it's a great way to know what items should eventually be replaced in your home given the opportunity. First, let's talk about the most common toxins inside your home and what materials they're inside of so that we can start getting them out of your home when you have the chance. VOCs are everywhere, but generally the indoor air has 2 to 5 times higher VOC levels than the outdoor air. VOCs come from many of our building materials around our homes, so think carpeting, flooring, paints, stains, plywood, particle board, fragrances, upholstery, air fresheners, the list goes on and on. VOCs can actually impact the nervous system, increase the risk of cancer, damage the kidneys and lungs, as well as impact the respiratory system. Phthalates are another huge toxin that we are exposed to all the time. In fact, 100% of the house dust in our homes contains phthalates. We are exposed to this through our cleaning products, upholstery, plastic food storage, our plastic toys, vinyl flooring, and shower curtains. Phthalates are a huge endocrine disruptor and have been shown to impact the development of kids, including their attention habits, communication, and their IQ. Formaldehyde is another toxin that is all throughout our homes. It's a VOC, but it's often in a category of its own due to the sheer volume that is found inside of our homes. So it's used in so many building materials, from plywood to adhesives and countertops, and it's also present in air fresheners, bedding, and upholstery. Formaldehyde is actually a known carcinogen, and it has been linked to neurodevelopmental issues in the brain. Chemical flame retardants are another toxin throughout our homes. They're in our furniture, our mattresses, and building materials. And they can have a huge impact on our bodies and the health of our space. Flame retardants have been linked to immune system suppression, endocrine disruption, and they're categorized as a carcinogen. PFAS, or a forever chemical, they're now being found all over our homes, and they're contributing greatly to sick building syndrome. They're found not only in our dust around our homes, but also in our drinking water, and contributing to an even bigger issue. Recent studies suggest increased risk of heart attack and other cardiovascular problems, disruption to the gut biome, and hormone disruption. And then finally, synthetic fragrance. So sick building syndrome is often caused by a slew of both organic toxins and chemical toxins. And one toxin that we have so much control over in our space is synthetic fragrance. These toxins that make up synthetic fragrance are often made from petroleum products or crude oil. These toxins are made to last and don't break down quickly or well. They've been linked to long-term allergies and asthma, hormone disruption, nervous system disorders, and an increased risk of cancer. Truth is, so many of these toxins are prevalent inside of our homes, and so it's really important to be able to identify where these toxins are and in what materials throughout your space. First, we want to identify the age of the item or your home. Knowing not only the age of your home, but also the age of renovations and remodels is so important. Toxins like lead are most often found in paint and pipes older than 1978. Asbestos was mostly used in older homes for their insulation, in their tiles, and in their textured ceilings. The age of your home will determine what toxins are most likely. Newer homes are more likely to have high levels of formaldehyde due to adhesives and the amounts of pressed wood. You also need to know the signs of lead and asbestos materials. So if you do live in an older home, you need to know what lead paint looks like and when it becomes dangerous to your health. So homes prior to 1978 should be wary of peeling or chipping paint anywhere in the home. This can tell us that potentially lead-based paint can be entering our dust and exposing us to lead more often. Lead pipes are another area to be well versed in. Lead is often very dull gray in color. However, when it's scratched with something sharp, a shiny underneath is revealed. And then asbestos. It can be a little trickier to find, but often tiles that are 9 by 9 in size are big culprits here. You can also look for water lines that are insulated with white cast-like wraps. These are often asbestos as well. And then finally, you want to go on the hunt for plywood and particle board. So you may not be able to see all of the plywood that you're exposed to. It's most likely in subflooring or roof sheathing, but it could be in cabinets and underneath countertops. There are some super simple ways that you can seal in these toxins so that they won't impact the health of your home with off-gassing VOCs, which can contribute to sick building syndrome. Obviously, the less plywood and particle board, the better for your home, and the more solid wood is going to be the preferred material for your healthy home. Now, you can also do environmental testing. This is a sure way to tell if there are elevated toxins inside your home, and this is the best way to diagnose your home in terms of healthiness to see if your home may have sick building syndrome or high level of toxins. Questionable materials that may contain lead or asbestos can easily be sent to a lab and confirmed if they do contain these toxins or not. Testing is one of the only accurate ways to determine if materials are in fact made with lead or asbestos. You can also test your space for increased levels of VOCs, off-gassing, and formaldehyde off-gassing. This is a test that anyone can do easily and simply in their home. You can order a test tube and a pump off of my website, and you can do it in your own home. From there, a lab analyzes the data and sends you a report that will tell you what your levels are inside your home and if they're healthy. So you can also avoid sick building syndrome by really paying attention to what you're bringing inside your home and making sure that you're choosing building materials and products that are healthy for your space. Here are some of the best ways you can make sure you're bringing in the best materials and products to avoid contributing to an unhealthy space. First, you can start with trusted suppliers. One of the best ways to start out looking for materials is to find a trusted supplier. So I love the Green Design Center to give me a head start when I'm looking for building materials that are safe, tested, and as free from toxins as possible. You can also read the safety data sheet. So whenever you're looking to purchase something for your home, see if the product either has a totally transparent ingredient list or a safety data sheet or an SDS. This is going to give you a list of materials and ingredients in the product, and it will give you any health and safety warnings as well as third-party certifications, and it's an excellent place to start when you're on the hunt for toxin-free building materials for your home. You also want to know what materials and ingredients to avoid. So you need to be well versed in what is toxic for your home, or at least materials that may need to be investigated more before you allow them into your space. Become knowledgeable by doing a little research beforehand. You can go to my blog, and it's okay to Google questions about materials being safe for your home and then sifting through those answers when research comes up. You can also use my Healthy Building Material download. This is an excellent place to start with any project in your home, and it'll give you a spot to go when you're looking for materials for your space. I have linked safe options for paint, adhesives, flooring, faucets, bathtubs, tile, countertops, and even more. And I have researched all of these options and given you advice on what materials to avoid in each of those areas as well. If your home does have a lot of toxins, or you're looking to heal your space to heal yourself, or just simply avoid sick building syndrome, here are some things that you can really keep in mind. Replacing flooring, because it takes up so much surface area, can have the biggest impact on your space. Flooring can also have the worst toxins present within the products, and this means when you replace it with a low toxin option, it's an excellent way to reduce toxins throughout your home. You can also consider replacing countertops. This is another big area that we can improve in our homes when it comes to healing it from sick building syndrome. Countertops not only contain a lot of toxic adhesives, but they can also have toxic radon emitting from the granite as well. You can choose a healthier option and clean up your space. You can also look at adding a water filter. While it's often one of the last items on the list of home improvements, adding a water filter can help you create a healthier home in huge ways. Anything we consume should be moved to the top of our list when it comes to creating a healthy home. You can also look at adding an air exchanger. This is a great way to bring in fresh air from the outside and replace the toxic air inside. You can add this to your HVAC system, and it is an excellent way to improve the indoor air quality inside your space. You can also look at doing exterior improvements to reduce humidity levels inside. So outdoor projects like adding gutters, sealing any gaps or cracks in siding, or the exterior can help you reduce humidity inside drastically, as well as improving the grading around the home. We want our indoor humidity levels that are higher than 40% to be lowered. This can create a sick building syndrome and environment throughout your home where mold can grow and toxic VOCs will increase in their off-gassing. And then finally, you can seal in VOCs that are off-gassing from plywood or particle board around your home. Using a VOC blocker like AFM SafeCoat will help stop VOCs from escaping into your air and keep them beneath the painted on VOC blocker. As you can see, there are so many ways we can improve the health of our home, and most of it boils down to knowing what to allow into your home and knowing what to get out of your space. I hope that you can find at least one thing from this week's video to apply in your own space. I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, because I'm here every single week with new tips and ideas on creating an indoor space that truly supports your health and your wellness.